Evan, it's on. Just so we're clear.
Hey,
Hey, everybody. Got a new mug today. By new, I mean an old mug that I decided to bust out. Okay. Evan's here with us.
hello.
It's Thursday. Hello. Nikki Salzman. Nikki's here. I'm excited. I know. I don't actually, this may have been one of my very first Golden Girls swag purchases of all time. I got it off of Etsy.
Wow.
Yeah. Also, you can't put this in the dishwasher. Not that it matters because the dishwasher is my hands and always has been. So, fail alert. That. Thank you, Monica. She makes a series of these mugs. I will actually. I can get Evan. Okay, everybody is so stunned. And actually, you did make it on time today, and it's your Friday. Congratulations. My Friday was yesterday. Nikki will tell you. Today is Nikki's Friday because we just, taking time off work. Evan, I will get you the link to be able to share the mug with everybody. I think, and it might actually be like 100,000 years old. I did one of my very first golden grabs with this mug. So yeah, Stephanie, I hear you, girl. I don't have a dishwasher either. It's something to aspire to, right? So yeah, no, it is a great mug. I usually have Keith Morrison, but today we have a different mug because I did something very different this week. Actually, I have like half of my Golden Girls swag in the apartment. I'm not my apartment. This is Evan's apartment. Brittany, hello. I hear you. I've never had a dishwasher either. I think my whole life. I don't even have a clothes washer or dryer. So everything is either by hand or taken out. Golden grabs. Evan, how is everybody doing? Did you say hi, Evan? Did you say hi to everybody in the chat?
No.
Moderator. Oh, it's like every time you have to. I might have to replace you. We might have to start taking applications for Evan's replacement. How do you even use the dishwasher? I don't know. Liam, hello. I absolutely adore you guys. I can't stop laughing at your compilations. Thank you. We're working on a new Golden Grades, but also I was considering doing a list of just terrible children out of the Golden Grades that we did last week. Last time we talked about how the Golden Girls actually tell you that children are terrible. And we just might do like a compilation of like worst children and relatives because, you know what, Ashley, I can do you something. David said hello, Evan. Just want you to know, Brittany. Oh, okay. I have a dishwasher, but don't use it. An hour cycle. It takes me 10 minutes. Ashley, here's what I can do for you today. So, in fact, actually, let's do something we don't ordinarily do. Let's play around with some of our toys. I got to do a spot Reels channel. I think they say they're channel 70, but don't quote me on this because I don't have television here. I did a bit of a testimonial, some work for them this week, and that's me I'll take down the thing for a second. I filmed for them. That's my Hey It's Me It's Stan shirt with my Vote for B. Arthur for President and my Dorothy's window pin because we did filming a testimonial for them for a documentary that's going to be coming out. They're in post-production right now, so they're editing it in, about the Golden Girls. I don't know. You guys are going to ask me. Hi, Quiet Storm. Tabitha T. Kim N. Hello. Lilith Decker. Hello. Lauren Hutton, you're going to ask me when it's coming out, I don't know the answer to that question. I just know that it will be coming out, but I filmed the B. Arthur pin. Thank you. I have actually one of the, a pin for every one of the girls. Actually, the actresses, not the girls. One for Estelle, one for Rue, and one for Blanche, aka Rue. I gave them away as prizes. I had a double set as bingo. So that's what I look like. But then I do have a picture of Evan's couch. Bless his heart for this. Actually, you know what? Let's go full on this. We have a picture of me. So that's a picture of me in the swag. Also, Liam Hillary, a friend of the show, she is going to maybe pop up later, but she will. She makes the shirt that I'm wearing for part of what we did, and that is like only, I don't know, 1/3 of this pie. Here's a picture of it before we started filming. So Megan, yes, Stephanie, yes, that's us setting up the shot, which I'm not gonna lie, it took 45 minutes to figure out how to put everything into it, because, you know, like, you got to put shirts up, and that's very difficult so people can see the shirts. And then, you know, when you do cards, Taham makes the cards. I think I might have accidentally just, I think we just froze. I think I just froze. Can you make sure everything is off the internet? By the way, all this stuff is off the Wi-Fi.
Wow.
I just froze. Oh, I didn't freeze.
No.
I'm frozen on my screen then. Oh, geez Louise, and something else is frozen. That's super annoying. I watched myself through something else, and I didn't realize that I didn't froze. But the whole time I assumed that I was frozen. That was a picture, and you asked us about some of the stuff that we have here. And like, there's a bunch of other shirts. I'm wearing a shirt today, like, which is my maybe all-time favorite shirt that Hillary doesn't make, which is a combination of my love of the X-Files. I want to believe, and then that's a flying saucer. You might think I'm really cool, but I was in the X-Files fan club growing up as a child. And I would still be today, but the latest seasons weren't very good. Nicole, when I was recovering from knee surgery last November, the Golden Girls were my source of laughter. I hear you on that. And right now, I think they're a source of laughter for everybody. For me, they are personally. Stephanie's go-to line is, for the older lady, Shady Pines Ma. Oh, you just made the list. You didn't laugh. I wonder if our buddy Mike Cho is going to show up today. Nikki, I didn't even know you were coming. I'm so happy to see you. I had today off from work, which means I didn't talk to, I barely talked to Nikki all day. I was a terrible, terrible coworker friend. But we have a lot of people here. I'm excited. We have Evan here moderating. So if you have any problems or questions or needs, Evan's going to take care of you. Aren't you, Evan?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, Nikki, it was very sad. But you know what? You're off now, and that's amazing. Leanne wishes the Golden Girls was on Netflix. Oh, somebody can watch it. So you don't have Hulu. I'm very sorry to hear that. You just made the list. You mentioned my name. Of course I mentioned your name. I will say, though, Evan doesn't like it when I use my Hulu because I have commercial Hulu, and that does not, he is very unhappy when the 30-second commercial comes on. So let's just be clear with each other. 30 seconds.
It's 90 seconds.
Sometimes it's 90 seconds. Oh, my Lord. No Black Lodge for you. Oh, if you're going to talk about Twin Peaks, I'm a really big Twin Peaks fan, too. That was one of our very first mashups. One of my favorite things Blanche does, I'm stunned, stunned is the only way to describe how stunned I am. I know, stunned is like one of the best lines that word she uses. She also, I love her use of the word devastated. Devastated. I was just devastated. I know. And how was everybody's week, by the way? I hope it wasn't a devastating week. I hope everyone's on Hulu. That's something I'm getting right this second. Yes, Liam. Also, if you have Spotify, you can get Hulu through Spotify. You can just like go to the back end and you can actually get a bundle. It's the commercial kind. So sorry. David has the DVDs, but not Hulu. I had the DVDs 10 years. Did they come out like maybe 10 years ago? I feel like I had them about 10 years ago and I just wore them out. I walked all the time. I watched them all the time. Stephanie Rue killed me. She is a murderer. I agree. I'm glad to hear that your week was decent, Quiet Storm. John's got a question for us while we set up. Can I ask your thoughts on the episode? Clayton introduces Doug to Blanche and tells her they're getting married. The audience laughs, and then later when Clayton confronts Blanche, the audience is silent. Is it my thought about the silence and the laughter, or which part would you like me to comment on? I'm just great at Hulu, so watch commercials. Well, Kim and Evan, you can not watch commercials together. I'm about to get either on Amazon Video or iTunes. I don't have an iPhone, so iTunes is totally useless to me. Also, Evan, if you'd like to share the names, I don't know if they're here this week. I think Megan Carlson might be here, and Allison Fredkin were our winners last week. Congratulations to them. My feed froze. What was it you just said about TP? I cut right out of the middle. Yes, please do, Evan. Just so they can see their names, just in case. Miranda Benda came out and says, I'm devastated it's been so hot here. Yes, it is hot here until Xmas in July. Twin Peaks. Yes, for a second I was like toilet paper. But I did talk about Twin Peaks. I love Twin Peaks. I don't think I have, well, I might have a picture of it. Huge Twin Peaks fan. When the new season came on, there was a Miss Twin Peaks pageant. And I went as Dale Cooper. I'm very proud of myself because I had Dale's recorder and I got like a tie and I did, I guess I'm not considered a drag king, but it was as close to being a drag king as I have become. So yes, I'm a very large Twin Peaks fan here. My old shower curtain was a Twin Peaks shower curtain, but my ex-boyfriend took that when I kicked him out. So that's gone. But I do have the giant Twin Peaks poster in my apartment of Dale and the sheriff. And actually, I have a good amount of Twin Peaks things in my repertoire. So I very much love them. Stephanie, it's an acquired taste. I'm not going to lie. Oh, I also owe John an answer before we start. And my thoughts on that. One or two things. It could be that the audience wasn't expecting the confrontation. When you personally come with maybe, your thoughts and feelings about homosexuality, which we should love and accept everybody. And if you don't, then maybe this isn't the stream for you today. When confronted with maybe your own prejudices, it makes you feel uncomfortable. The scene itself could have been uncomfortable for the audience because they didn't know how to react. You are there to laugh, and you also have to accept that not everything is going to be funny. Maybe they should have cheered. Maybe it should have been a little more like, yeah, you tell them. Clayton, you stand up for yourself. Absolutely, that's right. Also, you never know. Could have been filmed without a studio audience in front of it. There were times later towards the end when Estelle's memory was going, and then they had to just pipe in laughter when they would do shots after the studio audience left because she had terrible stage fright. So, there were a lot of things that could have happened inside of there. Who's your favorite character from the Golden Girls? B. Arthur. I don't even know what Twin Peaks is. Twin Peaks is Kyle MacLachlan, Mr. Lynch, masterpiece on television. I was in the Navy. Oh, Stephanie. That's okay. That's fine. Where can you get Twin Peaks right now? Hulu? Also Hulu? It was on Netflix for a while, but you can't get the Showtime part. Are the photos of that on your timeline? By the way, 3 years ago today, episode 8, the episode here. I don't think that I think that That photo is maybe on Instagram, which is under my name. I don't, but if you're looking for my Facebook, I can't, that's private, but I can do this really quick. I can save it for you. So, we're going to get started with trivia in a couple seconds. I encourage all of you to open up your blank emails, right? Number them 1 to 20. We're doing 20 questions again today. There are going to maybe be a couple of bonuses. If you're asking questions in the chat, I'm moving a picture into something, so I'm not seeing it at the moment. So if Evan wants to read it out loud to me, I can talk and work at the same time, but it's incumbent upon my producer to take care of this.
Okay. What am I doing?
If there's anything in the chat that I should be responding to, but I'm getting a picture of my Twin Peaks cosplay for one of our friends. The 80s were a different time for gays. Very different time. I agree. Sophia is a pussycat. How do you get involved in trivia? IV 230, it's going to be happening here. You're getting involved right now by being here. So what I want you to do is open up a clean email, number it 1 to 20. We're going to ask 20 questions throughout the next hour. You're going to type your answers into the email, and then you're going to email it to me. But we'll put the official directions here. This is it. I'm going to give you guys a hot second to check this out while you get your stuff together. What will the categories be? Lilith. We're going to do some quotes, some picture work today, some just straight up questions, maybe 1 or 2 questions about the show, not necessarily something that happened inside the show. So be prepared for a little outside the show trivia, but that's me doing a Dale Cooper. So we don't answer here. No, Kim. We will not be answering inside the chat. We answer outside the chat because, we don't want everybody to get the answers because there's actual prizes. David, we're going to give you the email. Don't you sweat it. Everything you need to know is going to be happening here. Okay. So that's me as Dale Cooper. Okay, here we go. Get started. Nikki, if I'm on your television again today, I'm going to die if you send that picture to me and Emily. My coworker sent a picture of myself, Nikki, my beloved Nikki, to me of me on her TV. It was I didn't know about the piped in crowd. Yeah, it's very possible, John. Sometimes the laughter isn't as big as you want it to be. Sometimes it just didn't hit. Sometimes there's a flub, but the studio audience is gone. Sometimes you want to do a second or third take. You just...
They gotta juice it.
Yeah, Evan calls it juicing. I like it. Okay. So here's how we go, my friends and family. Trivia. Do not post answers in the chat. It's practically our only rule. If you post an answer in the chat, Evan or myself will remove that. You'll see a thing that says your answer was taken away. That's not personal. We're not doing it because we dislike you. We love you. It's you're not going to get a point lost. You're not going to get kicked out. We just want everybody to be able to answer on their own because, and we've changed this time. It used to be 17 points, but I've lowered it to 15. So if you get 15 or more points, that enters you into the random raffle for a prize because I legit send out real prizes to people. Yeah, Ashley, that's also true. And also, some people have asked, what if people Google it? I can't stop them. Not all of these are Googleable because some of the questions will be picture, and you can only get it by watching the screen. So it's not something that you can type into Google and get an answer. Nikki says, I don't have me on my TV today, but there's still time. Ooh, hi, Michelle. Welcome. If I'm on your TV. Oh, Morgan, hello from New Zealand. Hello from Brooklyn. So what do you do after the trivia? You're going to email the answers to us throughout the evening. And at the end, don't worry, Evan will be posting our email address. In the subject line, you just write trivia answers. He's going to be putting that throughout there. So don't worry, you won't miss it. We will make sure you have where to send us the answers. Like I said, there's 20 questions. Each question is worth 1 point. Sometimes there'll be a bonus. I'll tell you when that happens. The bonus is also worth a point. Who does have the original Twin Peaks on the main service?
Google.
Pew, pew. There's a place called side note, there used to be a place called Videology that I used to go to Star Trek Sundays on, and they would show Twin Peaks, and I used to play Arrested Development. It was like the best place I'd ever lived. So sad. That's where I watched the last season of Twin Peaks. Okay. So what happens? We're going to play trivia. You'll see my little thingy here. This check out chat for instructions. I'll write what number question we're on. Important. It'll help you along the way. After the stream ends, you have up to 30 minutes after to submit your answers to me. Yeah? Via the email. I will score all of them personally. I will respond to you personally. If you want to say hey or have a question, I will also respond. John Collins knows. Quiet Storm knows. One of our previous winners, a different Ashley. We chat. I'm happy to chat. It's no problem. If you have something else you want to ask, also here for it. Prizes. It's like, that's my favorite part. You're going to share, Evan will share where we get the prizes from, because they also, if you had seen my picture earlier from some of the swag I own, I have some of her cards. She has amazing stuff. Taham. Very much enjoy her. She's also donating proceeds to the ACLU right now, and she's doing great. So I will say we're out of Rose. She's very popular, and she got taken pretty hard and quick. So there's no Rose currently inside of these, or like very lovely, handmade by Taham, hand drawn, like all original art decals, great quality, love them. Okay, so what are they looking? What do we got? We got ourselves a lovely Blanche. Look at that. Got a Sophia. She got a little fish face. I like to think of her as like a little bit of a Sicilian monkey face. She's not her best look. We got. Let's get. I think this side it looks a little better here. Look at that. She looks good, right? Or Dorothy looks good. But also, look, I know that we're fans of some other stuff around here. I know I am. I'm a fan of Schitt's Creek. I'm a fan of Twin Peaks, Arrested Development. So we got ourselves. There's only one of each of these left. Okay. Moira, Rose, and David. I mean, look at David and look at Moira.
Those are both very good.
They are very good. I know. And let me tell you, I bought Evan Pee Wee Herman decal because he loves Pee Wee. There's an ET one I sent to a friend of the show, Mark Toland. I mean, go to the link. She does these also on cards, tons of cards. I just love her stuff. And just because also big fan, Dolly Parton and Ron Swanson. This is a very bizarre assortment.
They make a good couple.
Evan thinks that Dolly and Ron make a good couple.
Sticker Ron.
Sticker Ron. She's no Tammy. She's not a Tammy. But so these are the prizes. Yes, actually, I think they are very neat. And depending on what gets taken or what she adds, she's got a Friends. I'm not a huge fan of the TV show Friends, but she has all of the Friends too. I know that's terrible of me to say. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. Hello from Scotland. Right, Dolly. Dolly is better than Tammy. Ugh, the worst. Okay. Morgan, I'm so glad you're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to you looking forward to it. Before we begin, any questions? Anybody have any questions? Anything that Evan needs to repeat in the chat or put up in the chat?
Nope.
No? Everybody's favorite. Does everybody have a favorite Dolly song? Mine is 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5. She's so good. I saw I do storytelling and live performing up here in New York City, and Danny Ortiz, Mike Cho is nowhere to be seen, but don't answer in the chat. Thank you, Evan. We can't stress that enough. I should text Mike Cho and tell him that I'm so disappointed he's not here right now. Yeah, 9 to 5. Amen. We went to go see a Dolly Parton theme show called Big Tits Energy. Remember? That was actually the last live show that I saw in person. That was the last time. So I'm telling Mike Cho that we wish he was here. Not the same without you. Okay, everybody ready? I'm a huge X-Files fan. Yes. Ivan DeKirk, right here. You see what I'm saying, right? I have season 1 and 9 two movies. Yeah, 10 and 11. I mean, you'll survive without it. It's okay. All right. Question 1. Are we ready? Evan.
Ready.
Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we go. Evan's going to put it in the chat. I'm going to say it out loud. Okay? Here we go. How many total Emmy nominations did the Golden Girls receive during their 7-year run? Nicole, I promise you, you're going to do great. I know you're going to do great. What? Yeah, right now, Mike Cho. Can you guys believe that Mike Cho is not, he didn't know? He's not here right now? Yeah. I thought he was a real friend. I'm going to have to replace him. He's not even here right now to hear me talking shit about him, but I hope he watches this later and he hears me. Ivy, I had the numbers wrote down, so I was excited. I have to go. I'm so sad. Well, here's what I don't know if you can come. We'll probably end around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can somehow catch the replay, you can still answer and send within 30 minutes. I believe in you. Michelle, I like the X-Files. Me too.
Nominations, yeah, right?
Correct. Nominations, Kim N. Nominations. Just the noms. I feel weird as an adult saying the word noms. I don't know why just now. I felt self-conscious. It's one of those things. Nom-noms. I want them nom-noms. I can't do it. I just feel uncomfortable. I guess that's a real fact about me. Nikki, you like Jolene? I like Jolene too. That is a good song too. People, little, trivia. Dolly Parton's friends know, friends of Dolly Parton, that I Will Always Love You. Not Whitney Houston, Dolly Parton. Oh, but just Nikki, did a hailstorm come? Ooh, Evan's adding people today. He is getting spicy. Spicy.
That was being helpful.
Oh, no, you are helpful. I love how spicy you've just become. Fierce. Okay. Evan, are you ready for question number 2? Mike Cho might show up, and I promised him that we would help get him started if he shows up. Okay, question 2. Okay, this is a picture. Are we including the Creative Arts Emmys or just the standard Primetime Emmys? David, just the standard Primetime Emmys is fine. Samantha, I'm going to delete your answer. Not because I dislike you, but because I don't want other people's. There was a tiny bit of hail. Well, I'm hoping you stayed safe inside. Okay, question 2 is going to be a screen. I'm going to throw it up. We're not going to say anything. But Evan's going to put what you're supposed to do. Okay? This is going to be a picture it. What story is Sophia telling in this picture? And bonus, what's the episode it's coming from? Yeah? I believe in all of you. It's a little sweaty in here. Ugh. So sweaty. So gross.
Are you including Creative Arts Emmy?
No.
What is a Creative Arts Emmy?
That's for
Special?
Yes.
Lifetime achievement?
Samantha, this is my first time. Do we just answer as soon as we know? Samantha, what we do is open an email, blank email, number 1 to 20, and then answer all of the questions inside the email because you'll answer there and then email that to us after, and I'll score it for you. So that puts you in the prize running. That will put you in the running for the prize. There's 2 winners of prizes. Question 2 is coming down. It's going to just be my face again. Take one last good look at Sophia's because that's all you get, kids. Here we go. Question 2. Goodbye. We got you, Samantha. Not a problem. All right, question 3. This is a check the chat, check the verb. Ready? The Golden Girls talk about cheesecake a lot. But how many episodes do we actually see them eat cheesecake? That's what I really want to know. Because we hear a lot about cheesecake. And I'm kind of maybe giving you guys a bit of an answer here in the sense of it's not a high number. Because it's just, it's one of those things that I think took on a life of its own throughout the show. You know, like, oh, girls are going to get them cheesecake. And like they talk about having been up talking about cheesecake and eating cheesecake. And but it's not something that you see frequently. Yeah.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. If you didn't catch the link for the chat, right 1 through 20. Ashley, thank you so much for I appreciate you being on top of it, helping us out. Yeah, I know. The cheesecake thing. Mind blowing.
Really?
Yeah. Evan cannot handle that.
Wow.
It's like going to Cheers and having no beer, right? You're like,
They just talk about beer.
they just talk about beer and it never happens. All right, how we doing, everybody? We're moving on. Question 4. I really feel like a blueberry cheesecake. Blueberry cheesecake. Never would have considered it as an option for cheesecake. Not gonna lie. It's just not a cheesecake option for me in my soul. Question 4. Which two of the actresses were nominated all 7 years of the show for Emmys? Yeah. You need both. There's 2 people. Only 2 of them.
Okay, 50-50 chance. Well,
Do you?
not really, no.
Well,
I wonder what the odds are with it.
I'm not a math person, but I don't. If there's 4 girls,
Right, there's probably more than this.
right? Because you have to picture all the combinations between, like, Rose, Sophia, Rose, Dorothy, Rose, Blanche. I feel like it's
Somebody out there must know.
wouldn't it? Okay, I don't know. I don't know how to do this, but my rudimentary remembering of like 9th grade math would be like, isn't it like 4 times 3 times 2 times 1?
Yeah, maybe 24.
Anybody out there in the universe? Is it? I feel like it's 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and I feel like Nikki, you would know because you're so good. You're so good at things like this. But that's my thought. Right or wrong? That's my thought. Repeat the question. Yes, Gregory Schroeder. We can, and Evan will put it in the chat again. Evan, will you put number 4 in the chat again for us?
Sure.
Which of the 2 actresses were nominated all 7 years of the show for Emmys? We got you, Greg. David says 1/16. I think it's 25% times 25%. Then I got nothing. I smoke pumpkin desserts. So when Starbucks is and just the universe's pumpkin season sets in, that's your jam. That's Michelle's time to thrive.
I like that too.
Oh, I find this humorous. I'm not going to tell you if you're right or wrong. I'm just going to delete that because I want you to put that in your blank email with your other answers that you're going to send to us. I can't math. I'm good at weird facts minus math. Yeah, I guess that's what I just assumed. Nikki is really great at weird facts. Like, one day blew my mind about Triscuits, and I just assumed you would know this. Sorry for putting you on the spot, my friend. Question 5. Evan, how we doing? We ready?
Yeah.
Okay, question 5. When Barbara Thorndike visits, what does she call Blanche? She calls her something. It's okay, I find this humorous. We got you. Throw it in another email, a blank email, a blank place, and then you can email it to us up to 30 minutes after the stream. Then we'll score that. And then we'll send you your answers and let you know if you've won a prize. Passion fruit cheesecake. Ooh. Passion fruit cheesecake.
Interesting.
I mean, that sounds like a very dark horse answer to the cheesecake question. I like your basic cheesecake.
Well, tell me to go out and get blueberry cheesecake. I'm back in 10 minutes.
But he's back in 10 minutes having eaten the blueberry cheesecake on the way back. Maybe.
That's 15 minutes.
That's 15. I'd be like, they sent me out. I got the cheesecake, but you didn't tell me I had to return with the cheesecake. I just was told that I had to go get cheesecake. I really want to try pumpkin pie. Vegetarian pies aren't such a big thing here in New Zealand. Oh, an absolute sucker for pumpkin. Huh. I didn't realize that about New Zealand, Morgan. That's interesting. Strawberry cheesecake. I like chocolate, and I like basic cheesecake. Nikki, have you made a cheesecake yet? Nikki's been into baking. She's been making biscotti bread. P.S. Nikki, I don't know if you saw her. I'll send it to you. Our friend, Rabbi Rachel, she made homemade Pop-Tarts and like turnovers. I got to walk over to her house and get me some. I know. I just got to get caramel apple cheesecake. Huh. Interesting. Question 6. Here we go. Finish this quote. It's a Sophia quote. Rose says, Sophia, if you hated your sister, would you clean the house? Sophia says, I'd put blank. What's the blank? What'd she put? What's in that blank? Barbara was meaner than Frida Claxton, and I think a terrible human. I feel like Frida Claxton was like misunderstood, and she probably had some deep, dark secret, like she probably deserves her own 60 Minutes episode of like what brought Frida to that point. Barbara Thorndike was just an asshole. She was a terrible person. You did make those hand pies. That is, you're right. Nikki, you need to make a cheesecake. Oddly enough, the best cheesecake I ever had was at a diner in Washington Heights. Do you know this diner? Well, Washington Heights, you may just list as a bit far from us. On 164th and Broadway. Evan, did you have any chance to come across it? But you've never had Juniors. I've had Juniors. That's not too far from us. In Brooklyn. Do you know that I went to Juniors for Christmas one year? Because I was just so bored. I walked around. It was like a warm Christmas, and then I ended up in Juniors. You know who was eating there? Brian Cox, the actor. Very bizarre.
Wow.
I was just like, why are you here? I know why I'm here, Brian Cox, but why are you here?
By himself?
When I saw him, he was sitting by himself, but I'm hoping somebody was in the bathroom. Question 7. Ev, you ready? Evan? Ev? It's Evan. We've been talking about nicknames over here. And Ev would be Evan. But I don't see it. 7. What type of drink does Martha have with Sophia? This is a dark question that I realize I just wrote, but it's a fact. It's a thing that happened in a show. What type of drink does Martha have with Sophia to celebrate her deciding to end her life? Not another Monday. Sophia's friend decides that she doesn't want to live anymore, and so she's going to end her life. And she's celebrating. It's a dark episode. Also, a very upsetting episode in the universe in a way. I didn't rate it very well in Golden Grades, partly because Sophia talks her friend out of it and is like, you got to live, kid, like you want to live. And she's like, we'll be your friend and we'll come visit and like take care of you. Never hear about Martha again. Mm-hmm. Did somebody go visit her? I think she's still sitting in her house like, any minute now. Any minute. They're going to visit. Yeah, it was a little bit sad. I'm watching Golden Girls trivia quiz with my favorite YouTubers. Liam, that's so sweet of you. You're amazing. That's also, bless your heart on that time. David says it's one of his favorite episodes. It's top 10. I'm still shocked by how high it was in your rank, but I do wish they brought it back. Yeah, I genuinely struggled with it because they were like, the reason Martha doesn't commit suicide is because they're like gonna help her to find meaning in life, and then she gets dropped. Question 8. This is an easy one. Nikki, I expect you to get this one. What is Sophia's nickname for Dorothy? I haven't listened to the series Roswell. The original series. I don't know that show. I've not watched it. I do love sci-fi. That's true. I do love Fringe and X-Files. We're going to be, Danny and I, who's not here, we're going to be rewatching Fringe, the TV show V. Liked that show. My friend and I were going to do a screening of it, but then pandemic happened, so we didn't get to it. One day. They have a National Pie Awards in New Zealand. That's cool. Ed, no. Guys, don't put your answers in the chat. Evan, what's going on? Why am I doing this work?
I don't know. It shows up more slowly.
You guys buy that? Do you buy that excuse? And I was like, oh, it shows up more slowly on mine. My internet must be slower than yours. The same internet 4 feet from me. Okay, question 9 is going to be a picture. Okay? Are you ready? In this, I want you to tell me. Uh-oh. Where'd I put it? What happens after this? So you see this scene. Big laugh, famous exchange. What happens? What comes next? 90s Roswell was so enjoyable. I've never watched it.
Me either.
I'm trying to hydrate with my water. I'm trying to be a better hydrator. Also, straight up Niles Crane fan. Guys, not gonna lie, fucking loved Niles. Like, I mean, look at that. I had a huge David Hyde Pierce crush. Huge. I love Frasier. You know, they say that a Frasier reboot's imminent. Would anybody else here be excited for that?
A reboot?
Yeah, they're thinking about bringing it back. I mean, I think everybody, but unfortunately, Mr. John Mahoney is still around. Maybe Kelsey needs to pay for some of those kids he has. Thank you, Megan. Credit to Evan. Evan got me this sticker. I'll show you what's on the other side, which is my favorite movie. That's a sticker on there. But question 9, the one we're on now, we're going to put it up for just another couple seconds. Tell me, to all those who don't love Frasier, to say them, I'm wounded. Thank you, just made the list. I'm also wounded. I loved Frasier. If there was a Frasier fan club, I'd have been a member of that fan club too. I would have. Okay, question 9's coming down. Question 10, halfway. Question 10's rolling in. In a newspaper article about the Citrus Ball Festival, how old does the article say Blanche is? This is a bit of a deep cut. Ivan also loves Frasier. Yes. We're not having a pie award this year. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, Morgan. David, am I referring to the rest of the episode or immediately after? David, I'm referring to immediately after. Hello. I would watch it. Yeah, I do. I loved David Hyde Pierce. I went and saw Spam-A-Lot on Broadway because David Hyde Pierce was in it. Not necessarily because I like musicals, but I love David Hyde Pierce. Not gonna lie, heartbroken that he was. I thought that if he saw me, that there was a chance that we had something together. Mm-hmm. Didn't read the gay vibe from David. I was a little heartbroken. But question 10, how old does the article say Blanche is? That's what I want to know. Brittany, hello. Did I watch Blonde? Yes, I did, Ed, and yes, I enjoyed it. We need to. Ashley says, and I'll send you desserts from America. You need to try and send me desserts from meat pies. Look at this. See, you got a dessert exchange going. Wow. I think you guys should do it. Get it. Do it. I'm very pro dessert exchange. Question 11. In the episode Blind Ambitions, what real life TV medical drama is mentioned? And I liked this show. Now remember, it's got to be a medical drama of its time. So think about that when you're trying, like, don't put ER. I'm going to tell you right now, like, ER is not the answer. Liam says, I was meant to come to New York this year. Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. I hear you on that. Probably for the best, though. It's a bit of a bummer to be in New York these days. Save it for the good times. But thank you so much for adoring us. That's very kind of you. David says, which is your favorite of the spin-offs? What in reference to what spin-offs? I guess I'm not sure which one specifically, and I want to make sure that that I know which you want. That sounds, Michelle's a member of a Frasier fan group. Michelle? Yes.
Were there live spin-offs of
I'm not.
Golden Girls?
That's why I wanted to double check which show we're on, because we were talking about Frasier, and then we also talked about Moth, and we had the Golden Girls, and so there's a couple. I feel like there's a couple of shows running around, like we've been talking about it TVs. But we're going to do question 12. Evan?
Yeah.
What does Dorothy tell Mr. Haha she will do to him when he goes to say her age? There's a bonus. Okay. Bonus. Who are the other boys and girls who have birthdays that day? Mr. Haha does say their names out loud. Golden Palace, Empty Nest, or Nurses? What do you like?
I like Empty Nest.
We might have to get Evan in the chair to talk about Empty Nests or Empty Nest. I can't even say it correctly. That's how much I don't like it.
And was it the Isuzu guy, right? He was the neighbor.
Yeah, Evan. Wow. Guys, I learned a new thing about Evan today. Golden Palace, Empty Nest, or Nurses? I guess it would probably be Golden Palace. Do I even care about Nurses? I don't know. Maybe then Empty Nest than Nurses. Teresa, you came in too late. Well, I'm going to enjoy the conversation. Here's the possibility, Teresa. Not that you need, if you wanted to, we're only on question 12. You can do from 12 to 20, and then you have 30 minutes after the thing to submit to us. You can go back and get the questions through the replay, because it'll post to the channel. You can do it that way. That's a bit of a secret. So we're on question 12. Cheers or Frasier? Ed wants to know Cheers or Frasier. Evan's definitely Cheers.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
definitely Frasier.
Come on.
Yeah. Boyfriend says the show, The Resident, for a good medical show. Ashley, good. Thank you for we like a good cosign on a potential thing to watch. I've never seen it. And their ages. If you look at Frasier, are there Golden Girls groups in there too? Yes, tons. I'm a member of a lot of the Golden Girls groups, so you probably see me plopping around on there. I love Cheers, from which Frasier comes. I've been correct, but that doesn't mean that I think that Cheers is better than Frasier. I think Frasier is better. Evan, just P.S. The group's called Frasier fans. You should remember that. Nurses is really bad in my opinion. It was more of a spin-off of Empty Nest. Yeah, that's probably the tree, David. I agree with you on that. Like, bloop, bloop, bloop. At least they changed the concept. Yeah. Oof. But Evan really likes it. Okay, question 13. Get ready, Evan?
Yeah.
Finish this Dorothy quote. Rose, I sure miss a traditional St. Olaf Christmas. Dorothy, excuse me, Rose, do we have time to blank? What does she have time for? What is she hoping to be able to go do with herself? What do you think? A lot of possibilities. What would I have time for? Maybe a shower at this rate, in this heat. I'm showering. I want to shower like 10 times a day. Oh, and I didn't show you guys what's on my other side. This is my favorite movie. It's in the light does follow. The Big Lebowski. And there is a beverage in here. It makes sense to go on Clean Canteen. It's the dude. I have a lot of Big Lebowski stuff as well. Got a poster of Walter Sobchak at home. This is Calmer Than You Are. Calmer Than You Are. My favorite Golden Girls moment was when Rose is told to shut up. So Malia, every moment. Is it just a specific shut up or just any time she's told to shut up? I'm curious to know your feelings on that. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe we're at question 14 in a hot second. Can you believe that? How is this? This is like zooming by tonight. This is crazy sauce. I mean, can you also believe it's the end of June? It's bananagrams. Nikki, can you believe it's the end of June? It's going to be July. We may or may not take a trip here. I don't know what's going to happen. I might just put up a tent. Nikki always talked, for a while was talking about wanting to put up a tent in her living room. I don't feel like you ever did that though. That could be something. Just a little baby tent. Just Mushi's been sleeping in her carrier like it's a tent.
Yeah, you could just make a blanket for it.
Make a blanket for it. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Nikki, sometimes I think it's March. Oof, girl. You know what's kind of weird? Can I point out for the record that for me it's a little bit weird because I should have been in Washington, D.C. this week at my work retreat. And so I should actually be with Nikki right now in D.C. Pretending to enjoy icebreakers with staff members whose names I'm not going to remember because they work in a different state than me, if we're being honest with each other. Ashley wants to know how old I am. I'm 34. That's okay. You can ask. I'm 34. Going back to that another Monday, I'll say how they didn't bring back Mario Lopez. I know they shipped Mario. They outed Mario, and then now they don't care about him. So no, hands down, the best Golden Palace episodes when Sophia is sexually aroused by psychologically tormenting Rose. My personal favorite is Rose hits a newspaper of some kind. That also, Nicole, happens often. You can be old enough to have watched them when they came out. I did actually watch them when they came out. I was young when they came out, but I watched them with my grandmother, who I spent a great deal of time with. And she loved them, and I watched them. I didn't quite understand it. Nikki says we work in different states. You remember me. I remember you because I adore you. And Nikki, you're also on my immediate team, and I talk to you every day. If you ask me to name anybody else in that office, I can maybe name 5 people, like by visual. It's not good. And I email with some of them, and I don't know what they look like. If they don't have a picture in Outlook, I'm doomed. I can name Bensky and Happy. Did we do question 14? No, we're going to do question 14 now. Okay. What did Hans Glaflukenflacken set out to find? I slightly regretted writing that question because I was like, I knew I was going to have to say Glaflukenflacken out loud in front of people. I miss looking at the Golden Girls. Yeah, I hear you on that. I knew you couldn't be that trouble to me. Yeah, I'm not terribly older than you.
She also watched with her grandma.
Exactly, grandmas, right? Like that's who really brought it, I think, to the foreground for my age swath of people. Ishtar Universe, just 3 dots. That's all Ish has got. But you know what? Better than 2 dots or 1 dot. But yeah, it's kind of weird to realize that I was supposed to be in DC this whole week, and Evan, you were going to come down after. And we were going to hang out. Crazy. Not happening now. But I still get to see Nikki virtually. Question 15. Is it true or false? Blanche Devereaux's Southern accent was Rue McClanahan's idea. Evan just made this face. Do it again for me. Can I try and... Oh, wait, hold on. Your eyes got very squinty. Big ups to all the grandmas. Ishtar's Universe, absolutely. Grandmas are my favorite. If you give me like a good news with an old person, or just any old person, or like a picture, like a sweet story, sob. I will openly sob. It's true. I love old people so much. Ugh. Out of control. I'm out of control, everybody. Garen.
Was
Yes.
The character's name already Blanche Devereaux?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Was the character's last name already Blanche? Was it Devereaux? Yes. If it wasn't, it is now.
Okay.
Question 16 is going to be a picture. 2-parter to this one. Okay. Also, maybe my favorite guest star of all time. I want you to name the special guest star and the name of the character that she played. Which one of, I think, like the biggest, I mean, I do love that she, like, perfect guest star. Loved. Would have loved to have seen this guest star in action in more episodes somehow. I think that was an unfortunate loss. We could have, like, definitely enjoyed more of her in it. Thank goodness for reruns. We grandmother appreciate that. Tabitha T, you're a grandmother? How many grandkids do you have? What do you guys like to do together? Tell me. I want to know. Well, yeah, I can't believe you're reading your comments. I read all of the comments. I try and talk to everybody. I think I also said this last time. If you comment on a video, I try and respond to every single person. Sometimes I take a while because it's just me, but I do. Nicole says my maternal grandparents were born a week apart from each other. Oh, that is cute. See, Michelle said, thank you, Michelle, for the cosign. I do my best to respond. I do check comments at least once a day. There's a weird quirk, though, that in YouTube, like, it shows me comments I haven't responded to, but then once I've responded and people reply to me, they don't show up for some reason. It's bizarre. And so then, like, I have to go search. I go scroll through to try and find people's responses to me, which is super annoying. David says she was my favorite. We were talking about guest stars and one of the fan pages. Yes, she is the best. I totally agree. Oh, we've got one 18. Ooh, so is 18? Did she just graduate this year? Did she graduate high school? Was she one of the individuals who had to graduate from their living room? I wonder. Yeah, I saw there's in the neighborhood, a bunch of people put balloons out and stuff for people and their families. Great. Also, I lied. That was question 16, and I didn't change the bottom part of it. So sorry. I got too busy chatting, and that's what happens when you're not paying attention. Question 17. So this kind of answers your question, though, Evan.
Wow.
Question 17. But also, I will say she already does have a Southern last name.
Okay.
So it's like, I know you're getting towards, like, was she like Rosenstein or something? And then you're like, okay, none of this makes sense. But it was already kind of a last name. Question 17. What does Blanche introduce herself as in... What does Blanche introduce herself as in the pilot? In the pilot. She does say something else. Yes, Kathy, the mic is a little glitchy. I know. We're working on it. It's the best I can do right now. It does pop every once in a while. My apologies. Yeah, Michelle, you were good. I had to change it to 17, so I didn't change it to 16. She does read all her comments and respond, and that was one of the main reasons why I kept watching her. Well, actually, that's very sweet. I do try and give a hoot, a little holler, a little hootin'. Yeah, no, Kathy, I appreciate you bringing up. We do notice in post when I watch it, it does pop, and I think we have to buy a new cord. I think the cord that it came with is kind of crummy, which is a bummer. Though Nikki was very good to me. She let me test it over and over on her. So I don't know if it's just long-term or some other stuff we got to figure out. It could just be the system inside. And all right, 18, we're almost done. I can't believe we're getting to the end. Quote, to finish this quote, it is a Dorothy quote because Dorothy is my favorite and I've got a lot of Dorothy swag going on today. Dorothy, Rose, this is a story about somebody getting lost. Rose, Dorothy, well, don't tell us blank. Blank, go blanket. Kim N, in the pilot, yes. Blanche, her last name, she introduces herself a little different than Devereaux. Or it's about retcon.
The pilot episode.
Pilot episode. Just the pilot episode. It only happens in the pilot episode. And it does, that name doesn't disappear. It just gets rolled into something else. The owls are not what they seem. You just made the list. They are not what they seem. Good old log lady. Yeah, Nikki, I know. It's just a little weird. I think it maybe has something to do with it being in this program. I haven't quite figured it out yet. Also could be the cord. Okay. Question 19.
Yep.
Everybody, question 19. What does Daisy have in her water pistol? I know you're saying, Courtney, you said water pistol. Could this be a trick question? Could this be a trick question? Is my whole life a trick question? Yes? No? I see Evan doing something, and I'm not even going to look. Evan, what happened?
We're just removing answers.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, that's the answer in the chat.
I'm going to do this. What the fuck is up? Herberto, I don't know. You tell me what the fuck's up. Evan's going to take that down, probably. Mrs. Crump, the title reminded me of when Rose asks, is it Dorothy says better than anyone else? Better than anyone else, that dumb question. Herberto, you're laughing your ass off? Well, I hope it's okay, because, I mean, if it falls off, how do you sit? How do you sit? That's all I want to know. The last question. I used to watch my Golden Girls with my grandma when I ate for the first time in the 80s. 80s. Such a good time. Oh, Alberto, I'm so sorry that your ass fell off. Well, I mean, I wouldn't judge you if you started a GoFundMe as a way to get money to put it back on. I think it's probably a very difficult procedure. Last question from Evan.
Oh.
And me.
Mm-hmm.
In the case of the Libertine Belle, what are the names of the two suspects in the mock murder? In the beginning of the episode, there's the two suspects. What are their names? And also, if you know the answer to this question, you'll realize it's like a fun Easter egg. Mm-hmm.
I think I accidentally deleted David Landrew's question.
Oh.
He said, I know that most guest stars were men except Debbie Reynolds. What other women would you have liked to see?
I deleted that.
Oh.
Because
of the answer.
Because the answer was technically inside of that question. That's all. Hello from New Orleans. Hello. ALG blessed one. I know Michelle's rest in peace, Roberto's ass. R.I.P. indeed. You know what? I feel really bad. Let's all. This is how saucy I'm feeling today. Where do you go? Because I'm so sad for him.
Right.
You'll see. This is in honor of Michelle. What's wrong? Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't know you did. Yeah. That's okay, David. Quiet Storm's still here. Hello. Yes. So we it's all 20 questions. That's it. Can you believe it? I mean, it's a great episode. Do you guys need Evan? Well, we're going to be generous. Does Evan need to repeat? It's not any of the picture ones. I won't do that. But Evan, if you need a question repeated before we start to close out, Evan will kindly do that. Evan's also going to send in there the email address again. What to write again? Quiet Storm, I won. No, actually, a whole hour's passed already. Can you, Kathy? Bye. Okay. Thank you for playing. We'll miss you. Reminds when Rose had the date with the little man. Oh, a little romance. Yes. Shrimp. That's Evan's posting the questions subject line and email address for everybody. Michelle, no prize for me. Well, you're trying. You never know. I don't know how it went for you. Know better for yourself, but I believe in you. At least the people in the comments need to stop saying bad words. Gregory Schroeder, thank you for playing. Junior. Gregory, if you have a child, will you name them the third? That's what I would like to know. Would you name them the third?
That'd be pretty cool.
Evan, would you name your child Evan? I think Evan should have. You'd be like, we might have like a kid, then you just name like Evan the fourth.
Yeah, just yeah.
There's no junior, second, or third. Just go right down the line to the fourth.
Who polices that?
Just who is policing names? I'm not, but I think that would be very funny. Gregory says that he would. I appreciate you. David, thank you for coming. Thank you for doing this. So I've been talking with Evan, and we've been, talking about how everything is going. We're doing this every other week, and it's a little bit of a. When I was hosting bingo, we would do it once every other month, and we've been doing this every other week. And I think, given we weren't necessarily knowing how the pandemic is going and what we were doing, I'm going to put down, we're moving to a once a month model for Michelle. You didn't get to 15. I'm sorry. Yeah, Mrs. Crump, gotta feed those kids. I heard if you don't, that they start to eat sofa chairs. Like it just, they start pulling cushioning out. It's out of control. Thank you so much for coming. Have a great night. Good luck with the cooking or the takeout, whatever it may be. I have no idea what we're having for dinner. This is going to be an interesting endeavor here. Though Evan's been into cooking. He's been really doing a great job. Ashley, I was happy you were getting here too. It does go fast, right? I appreciate it. So, Brittany, bye. Thank you for coming. So we're going to put in that little lower third, and Evan's going to put in the chat we've decided on the 3 next dates for trivia. We're moving, like I said, to the once a month model, just a little bit of an easier lift on us. I think it just, gives us a little more time in between. Maybe we can think of some new things to do or try. Makes it a little bit maybe like a bigger event, the way we used to do bingo in New York City. And then also, people are going on vacation. We might go on a vacation if we ever manage to get our life together here. Nicole, thank you so much. I had a fun time. I'm glad you're here. Now, when we end the stream, you have 30 minutes in which to send your answers. You're sending it to stolafproductions@gmail.com. If you get 15 or above points, you're entered into the random drawing. Thanks for playing. We really enjoyed doing it. I like to end with some stuff that's good. The color gray. We're painting around here, and we've got a lot of versions of the color gray. So I've been enjoying the color gray. I think that's good. My friend Danny, friend of the show, and sometimes player, we applied to be on Supermarket Sweep, the new Supermarket Sweep hosted by Leslie Jones. Really, we put a lot of work and effort into those 52 questions for the first part of the application. July 16th, Michelle, that is when the next trivia is going to be taking place. We're going on a little bit of a break. There's going to be 4th of July, and I think we're moving to a once a month model. And so those are the definite dates of the next trivias, I think. And that also allows us time to do some more golden grades and some other stuff that we've been thinking about doing. Those are my 2 what's good. I'm going to send this over to Evan, and Evan's going to do his what's good. Yes, Michelle, there is a new Supermarket Sweep with Leslie Jones. Out of control. Evan.
Well, Courtney mentioned that we've been doing some cooking, and what we've been using is How to Cook Everything, The Basics, written by Mark Bittman. So everybody might be familiar with the classic How to Cook Everything by Mark Bittman, beloved by all, but that was too advanced for me. I really needed to start from like how to boil water, or maybe just a little, that's a slight exaggeration.
How to open the fridge door.
How to open the refrigerator door. And so it really starts with that basic, like how to mince garlic. And so I highly recommend that book in general, and specifically the pasta with broccoli and sausage. We use fake sausage here, but sausage, and basically you just cook the broccoli. You mash the broccoli into a sauce, and then you cook it. So mashed broccoli's pasta.
That was very good. That was very, very good. Oh, Evan, I appreciate you. And anybody who wants to share what's good, you're welcome. If you don't email us in for the answers, but you are an adorable New Yorker. Jackson County, Ohio watch. Thank you, Jackson County, Ohio watch, and thank you for watching Jackson County, Ohio. It needs you, and it appreciates you too. So if you have anything good to share with us, you're welcome to share it. Email us anytime. I will respond. I look forward to seeing all of your answers. If everybody was concerned about where Mike Cho is, he went out for a walk and we are no longer friends. I'm devastated right now by him. It's 8:00, so you have until 8:30 to submit your answers. Michelle's a vegetarian too. Thank you for Nikki. Thank you for Michelle and Jackson and Ivan and Ashley. Who else was here today? Quiet Storm just made the list. David, Ed, Teresa. We had some Liam. We had some Tabitha. Some good friends. Gregory, Junior. Stephanie was here. So thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you have us in a month on the trivia, but always in the channel. And I'm hoping to put out a new Golden Grades or something else soon. And thank you so much. Evan, anything else you want to say before we go?
Stay golden.
Evan says stay golden, everybody. Yes, stay golden. Stay well, stay safe. Catch you later. Yeah. Okay. Bye.